There you go. It's a good view.
That's not a very pleasant view of me. I still think it should be mostly on you and my voice would just be in the background. That's, don't do that. It shows off my fat. So we're live?
Yep.
Alrighty. What up, YouTube? This is Austin Balorian Hunter, and we're gonna talk about Infinity War. We went and saw it last night at 7:30. Don't show me, I'm fat. Focus it on you. We went and saw it last night at 7:30 here in our hometown, and holy shit. What a movie. Fucking what a movie. Man, oh man. Are we doing spoilers?
I guess we should. I mean,
there's really no other way to do it. I know the Russo brothers have put out a statement to the in the movie, one way or another. You are being warned now that this will be spoiled. So don't lose your shit if you go halfway through this and you freak out. The movie, first off, it is a very
dark.
It's very dark. It is extremely dark.
I feel like this is a film that was like on point with movie. Like you knew it was gonna be dark, and boom, it's just dark.
Well, I don't even think we could guesstimate how dark of a movie this is going to be. I mean, so first off, this is the 19th film in the MCU franchise.
10 years of this.
Well, and what I want to emphasize here the most is that this isn't just an Avengers movie. This is
everything.
This is a Marvel movie. I mean, this is like everything that, you know, everything's been leading to this. I mean, people talk about it, but when you really think about it, this is really, I mean, everything. It's just so intense. And the runtime, what is it, like 2 hours and 40 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't even get over into the right lane. There we go, we're good. Anyways, I don't even know really where to begin because there's so much to digest with this.
I feel like we should start with deaths.
Fucking everybody dies.
Basically everyone.
I mean, if you think they're gonna die, they die. I mean, just to name a few specific ones. Heimdall dies. Loki dies. Gamora dies. Groot dies. Falcon dies.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier dies too.
Doctor Strange, Drax, Star-Lord.
Wait, Doctor Strange died too?
Yeah, he turned the dust too.
I don't remember that from the original.
You were probably crying.
I was. I will admit. I went into this kind of as I like both the Marvel and the DC franchises a little unequally. I like Marvel more, but I didn't think I was gonna cry. This, I mean, is some heavy fucking
dark
shit. I mean, they really make it clear here
that Thanos isn't
that there are real world implications. I think so. If you're not familiar with the storyline, basically Thanos gathers the Infinity Stones, and with one snap of his finger, he wipes out half of life in the universe, which is that pulls directly from the Thanos Quest comics and the Infinity Gauntlet series. Those two specifically. So it's a weird blend of those two comic series, but the way that they show, you know, half the universe being killed is just super dark. It's like, and it's heavy. This is not like a normal Marvel film. This is almost like one of the DC Batman films, like a Nolan Batman film. It's dark and it's grim. I think the only other movie where we get a little taste of this is like Civil War.
Kind of.
I mean, that was a dark movie, but it wasn't as dark as this. I mean, this is really dark. And I gotta say, There are some characters that don't get any development, and you don't feel as bad when they die, but they're kind of
like
just...
Mantis.
Huh?
Like Mantis.
Oh, yeah, she died too. No, I'm talking about, like, the Black Order.
Oh, yeah,
when they kill all of them, you don't really get the attachment to the bad guy like you do in some other movies. Of course, then again, there are some where you don't really get that attachment. I can't even begin to describe how heavy. Just, it's like, holy fucking shit, they did that.
They just did that.
They just fucking did that. It's like, oh, we gotta merge over. Damn it. We're on the way to see it again. I mean, that's what we're up to now. I mean, we could go to the drive-in and we could see it with Black Panther.
True.
But we don't have money. We only have the gift card to the theater. It's... God, it's just... So, just our basic observations out of the way. First, 2 hours and 40 minutes doesn't feel like that long of a time. There is so much happening that, like, you don't realize that it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Almost 3 hours.
When it's almost 3 hours long, you don't realize it. You get to the end and you think there's gotta be more, and there's not.
There's not.
I mean, it snapped. It just goes
Literally.
very fast. I mean, literally, Thanos snaps, and that's basically the end of the movie. I mean, it all just happens so fast. It's intense. It's a very fast film for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Very fast
But
pace.
it was planned up good. Like, the Black Order come to take the time stone.
Well, it was planned really well, and they gave enough time to enough characters. It's hard to talk about because Marvel movies are just so
good, like
well loved and well built that it's like there really aren't any flaws. Characters that had that, you know, certain characters got certain amounts of time that other characters didn't, but it just felt like everybody still got that same amount of screen time. Like everybody got an equal shared amount of time, you know? I mean, what we got is what I didn't expect it to be what it was.
I mean,
I think we all kind of have these preconceived notions of it built up, but it's definitely not what it appears to be. It's very dark, very short. I mean,
I wouldn't say it's short, but
it's not. Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, it's not short. It's not a short movie, but it feels shorter because of how they design it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so it's a very good film. I think one of my favorite parts was Peter Dinklage being in it as the giant dwarf.
Yeah, I don't get it. Dwarf, and they're like big.
Well, that's kind of the whole thing.
Species. Maybe.
Well, that's just like the whole thing is like he is in real life. I don't know if this is politically correct, whatever it is, but he is of a smaller stature. I don't know what the proper name is, I guess, but I just think it's kind of an ironic play on words that they have a very short actor play a large creature like that.
Like,
because basically what happened is everybody kind of meets up independently with a different
Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man,
and the Hulk all kind of get together in one little bit for a little bit. Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy
for like
get together for a little bit, then
there's Rocket Group and Thor,
and then they break off and they go into these different groups. And what's interesting is when the Russos said it was going to be like a heist film, I didn't really feel like it was a heist film. I mean, and maybe because my preconceived notion of what a heist movie is maybe tampered, I guess. I don't know, like, when you think heist movie, what do you think?
Like
Ocean's 11, right? Like movies like that. Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't like. It's hard to talk about, and it's hard to organize the thoughts to do something like this because there's just so much in this movie. I mean, we're on the dying neutron star where Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, was forged, and where the axe.
Wait, was that where it's forged? Or?
Yeah, that's the forge.
Oh, I thought that that's
Yeah.
where they made. I mean, I know that's where they made his Stormbreaker, but I didn't know that that's.
That's where they made Mjolnir too.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Also the Infinity Gauntlet.
and the Infinity, and that's another thing that was interesting, is
It got burned.
so we'll have to talk about the end because that's like the only thing really.
That I don't understand. Like, I understand everything else, but the end, where when he snapped his fingers, and all of a sudden the gauntlet was burned.
The gauntlet was burned and crackled, and so was his arm. It was burned and kind of crackled up too. So it was weird, but he did do his mission. He killed half the universe. So, but you had a lot of scenes. You were on Nowhere. You were at the Dying Star. You were on the Moon Titan. You were on Earth. You were in Wakanda. You were in New York. Am I missing somewhere? I guess in space, between the different locations. I mean, they were all
Thor's
over
ship.
the place. Yeah, the beginning on Thor's ship, which I gotta say that set the tone for the whole
movie.
for the whole
Like
movie.
Loki's death.
So the
Dude,
way, if you saw Thor Ragnarok, you know how that ends.
With Loki taking the Tesseract and
Loki takes the Tesseract, and they're on the Asgardian ship that they took from the Grandmaster on Sakaar.
Yep.
So basically, you open, and that's fucking laid waste. Everybody on that ship is
dead except for Loki, Heimdall,
and
Hulk,
Thor.
and Thor.
Yeah. So basically, everybody except for those characters are dead, and Ebony Maw
Is like doing a speech.
He's giving his speech that he gives one other time in the movie, which is basically
a flashback, though.
It's not really a flashback. No, he's more or less just saying you're the children of Thanos, whether you live or die. You know, be happy that we're giving you the mercy of death. Like, it's a very grim speech. And right out the gate, you know, you see him. It's like the outline of Thanos. You don't see him right away, but then he turns around and it's like, whoa. It's weird.
Damn.
He looks very interesting to me compared to the comics. But, you know, that...
Well, the thing about my thing is that the armor changed from Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, that's kind of a complaint I have, is it's not really comic book based. But they did stick to it, then he kind of sheds it and, you know...
Takes it off.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But right out the gate, they have Thor, they go out and, like, try and whoop his ass, and you think it's going to go great, and it doesn't. And then Loki dies. But the way they kill him is just so dark.
Gruesome.
Thanos picks him up, because Thanos...
But, like, the two bone jaws, like, right here, right?
He picks him up, no, by his neck, and he squeezes his neck and snaps. He breaks his neck.
I think his eyes turn red.
Yeah, his eyes, like, start to bulge out of his face.
But is that because, like, he's hurting him?
No, it's because of the...
No, it's because he's turning to the ice giant. Because, like, if you remember, he...
No, because his skin started turning blue, and he hasn't done his ice giant trickery in a long time.
Exactly, but, like, do you think it was, like, forcing it out of him because of, like, all the pressure it had?
No, I just think Thanos was squeezing him so hard his
that, like,
eyes, the blood vessels in his eyes were popping. I mean, it's dark. This is not something I would take a 10-year-old to. It's very... You deal with death. You deal with heavy...
Like death. Like heavy death.
Heavy concepts.
Like emotional death, too. Like Spider-Man, that one was emotional.
I will say, if you're very attached to all the characters, which, I mean...
Spider-Man.
You probably are. If they kill him off, and it's just, holy shit. I mean, like... When it happens, you think, okay, this is half the universe. It's not the Avengers. And then the Avengers start dying and turning to dust. And instantly...
dust, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, whatever you want to... Yeah. It's like, whoa.
What the hell?
what in the living shit just happened here? And it's God.
Dude, it's like...
It's evil.
Well, we're here.
We're here at the theater. We might be able to go to an earlier showing, but we'll have to check tickets and see what the line situation's like on the inside.
Did Iron Man live? Yes, he did.
Yeah, the people that everybody was thinking were gonna die, Iron Man,
Captain America.
the big players don't. More or less, they keep them.
Right?
Well,
like
those are the big guys who've been there since the Phase 1. And they kept them around.
Iron Man's close death was sad, too. Like, how Thanos stabbed him in the kidney.
Like, I don't know if in the other films they've shown blood like they have.
Oh, well.
I mean, they
killed people, but they didn't show blood.
They didn't show blood, but this time they stab.
Blood.
They stab Vision. Vision gets stabbed. Iron Man gets
Gamora
stabbed.
has green blood coming from her head.
I mean, they show blood. Like, it's not
that's like legit. So
it's dark. So we're gonna go see it again.
We're gonna go see it again.
And we'll probably do another one of these.
Another one of these after. So
that's the car alarm.
Okay, so we'll see you guys after
Infinity War.
After Infinity War, second time.
Yeah.
So see ya.